98.6 degrees. You've heard it 1,000 times. Your doctor says it. Your thermometer says it. Your mom probably said it while pressing the back of her hand to your forehead. But here's the truth. That number is wrong. It's always been wrong. And the real story of how your body controls its temperature involves a brain thermostat the size of an almond, 4 million tiny sprinklers built into your skin, and a secret type of fat that burns calories just to keep you alive. Your body is a furnace, and it's way more interesting than a number. Back in 1868, a German doctor named Karl Wunderlich did something nobody had ever done before. He measured the temperature of 25,000 patients, not just once. Millions of readings over years and years of obsessive data collection. And after all that work, he announced his answer to the world. The normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Americans later converted that to 98.6 Fahrenheit. And just like that, a number was carved into medical textbooks forever. There was just one problem. Wunderlich got it wrong. In 2020, researchers at Stanford University decided to check Wunderlich's work. They analyzed over 600,000 temperature readings spanning 157 years. And they found something surprising. The average human body temperature is not 98.6. It's closer to 97.5 degrees Fahrenheit, almost a full degree lower. But here's the twist. Wunderlich wasn't a bad scientist. Something far more interesting is happening. Human body temperature has actually been dropping. Every single decade we get a little bit colder. Every decade, average human body temperature drops by about 0.03 degrees Celsius. That sounds tiny, but over 150 years it adds up. Men born in the early 1800s ran about half a degree warmer than men alive today. And this isn't just an American thing. Researchers found the same cooling trend in indigenous communities in Bolivia over just 16 years. The entire human species is slowly, quietly getting colder. So what's causing it? Scientists think it comes down to one word: inflammation. 200 years ago, life was brutal. Infections were everywhere: tuberculosis, syphilis, wounds that never healed properly. Your immune system was constantly at war, and fighting produces heat. Fast forward to today, we have antibiotics, vaccines, clean drinking water, and modern surgery. Our bodies simply don't have to fight as hard. On top of that, we live in climate-controlled buildings. Your ancestors shivered through winter in drafty wooden houses. You sit in a room that's exactly 72 degrees year-round. When you don't have to fight and you don't have to shiver, your internal furnace can afford to turn down the dial. But this raises a bigger question. Why does your body need to be warm at all? Cold-blooded animals like lizards do just fine without generating their own heat. They bask in the sun and let the environment do all the work. So why do you burn roughly 60% of every calorie just producing warmth? The answer is speed. Every chemical reaction in your body, the ones that let you think, move, heal, and fight disease, they all run faster at higher temperatures. A warm engine is a better engine, and that trade-off has kept mammals alive for over 200 million years. Keeping that furnace at the right temperature is a full-time job, and the manager in charge is a tiny part of your brain called the hypothalamus. It sits right above the roof of your mouth, roughly the size of an almond. And it works exactly like the thermostat on your wall. It has a set point somewhere between 97 and 99 degrees, and it constantly compares your actual temperature against that target. Too hot? It kicks on the cooling system. Too cold? It fires up the heaters. Every second, day and night, this little almond-sized chunk of brain is running the show, and you never even notice. But the hypothalamus can't regulate what it can't measure. Your body is packed with millions of tiny temperature sensors called thermoreceptors. They're scattered across your skin, threaded through your organs, and clustered inside the hypothalamus itself. The skin sensors detect changes in the outside air before your core temperature shifts. The deep sensors monitor the temperature of your blood and vital organs. Together, they create a real-time thermal map of your entire body, feeding information to the hypothalamus thousands of times per second. You're walking around with the most advanced climate monitoring system on the planet, and you had no idea. When those sensors report that you're overheating, the hypothalamus fires up 3 cooling weapons. First, vasodilation. Blood vessels near your skin widen, flooding your surface with warm blood so heat can radiate into the air. That's why your face turns red when you exercise. Second, sweating. You have between 2 and 4 million sweat glands that pump water onto your skin, where it evaporates and pulls heat away. You can lose up to a liter of sweat per hour during intense exercise. And third, behavior. Your brain makes you seek shade, strip off layers, and reach for something cold. On a hot day, evaporation alone removes about 80% of your excess heat. When you start getting cold, your body switches to heating mode. First, vasoconstriction. Blood vessels near your skin clamp shut, keeping warm blood deep inside your core where vital organs need it. That's why your fingers and toes go numb first. Your body is sacrificing the edges to protect the center. Next comes shivering. Your muscles contract rapidly and involuntarily, generating heat through pure mechanical friction. And then, there's the secret weapon, brown fat. Unlike regular white fat that stores energy, brown fat burns calories to produce heat directly. Babies are loaded with it, and adults still carry small deposits near the neck and shoulders that activate when the temperature drops. Now here's one of the most underrated benefits of being warm-blooded: fungal protection. There are roughly 5 million species of fungi on Earth, and the vast majority of them thrive at room temperature. But almost none of them can survive at 98 degrees. Being warm is like having an invisible force field against fungal invaders. Don't believe it matters? Look at cold-blooded animals. Frogs, salamanders, and other amphibians get absolutely devastated by fungal diseases. A single fungus called chytrid has wiped out hundreds of amphibian species across the planet. But mammals and birds, with their elevated temperatures, are practically immune. Every calorie you burn to stay warm is also a calorie keeping fungi from eating you alive. Your temperature isn't even constant throughout the day. It rides a wave controlled by your circadian rhythm. At around 4 in the morning, your core temperature hits its lowest point, roughly 97 degrees. This isn't random. Your body deliberately cools itself to conserve energy while you sleep. Repair work at the cellular level actually runs better at slightly lower temperatures. Then, as morning comes, your temperature climbs, peaking around 6 in the evening near 99 degrees. That afternoon, warmth isn't just a feeling. Your muscles perform better, your reaction times get faster, and your metabolism runs hotter. It's one reason why most athletic records are broken in the late afternoon, not the early morning. Now here's the plot twist. Sometimes your body deliberately breaks its own thermostat. When you get infected, your immune system releases chemicals called pyrogens that travel straight to the hypothalamus and crank the set point up. Suddenly, 98 degrees feels freezing, so your body starts shivering to reach the new, higher target. That's what a fever actually is. And despite what many people believe, a fever isn't the disease hurting you, it's your body fighting back. Higher temperatures speed up your immune cells, making white blood cells hunt faster and multiply quicker. At the same time, many bacteria and viruses reproduce more slowly in the heat. A fever is your body deliberately turning up the thermostat to cook the invaders from the inside. But this entire system has limits. When your core temperature drops below 95 degrees, you enter hypothermia. Your muscles stop shivering, your brain gets foggy, and in a cruel twist, some people actually start feeling hot and begin ripping off their clothes. Doctors call it paradoxical undressing, and it happens because the muscles controlling your blood vessels finally give out, sending a rush of warm blood to the skin. On the other end, when your temperature climbs past 104 degrees, proteins in your cells start to unfold. Enzymes stop working. Organs begin shutting down. The terrifying part is that the gap between perfectly fine and in serious danger is only about 6 degrees. 6 degrees is all that separates alive from not. So the next time someone tells you the human body runs at 98.6 degrees, you'll know the truth. It doesn't. It never really did. Your body is a slowly cooling furnace that has been getting a tiny bit colder every decade for over a century. But it's also one of the most sophisticated temperature control systems in the known universe. Millions of sensors, a thermostat the size of an almond, sweat glands that can dump a liter of water per hour, and brown fat that burns energy just to keep you warm. All of it working together, every second, to keep you balanced inside a 6-degree window, between perfectly alive and very much not. You're not a number on a thermometer. You are a walking, breathing furnace, and now you know exactly how the fire stays lit. If you like this video, check out one of these, and don't forget to subscribe.